There is a woman sitting alone at a wooden table, a cup of tea going cold beside her. In front of her lies an old photograph, a pocket watch that stopped ticking years ago, and a single rose, dried and dark red, like the love it once represented. She is not crying because something bad happened today. She is crying because she just remembered how much she used to be loved, and how differently she loves now. If you have ever looked at an old photo and felt your chest tighten, this video is for you. Because growing older doesn't kill love. It changes what love was always trying to teach you. Before we go further, if stories like this move something in you, hit that subscribe button right now, because we tell stories about love, memory, and the parts of life nobody prepares you for. Drop a comment below and tell us the age you feel truly understood love for the first time. And if this story touches you, share it with someone who still keeps an old letter in a drawer they never open. Now, let's begin. Her name could be anyone's mother, anyone's aunt, anyone's quiet neighbor who waters her plants every morning and waves, but never stops to talk. She is somewhere in her 50s, maybe her 60s. Her hair still holds
Remember
a little
that
of its
autumn we
youthful
met?
color,
I
but her
do. The
hands tell
stars
the
were
truth
just
her
like
face
this.
tries to hide.
And this fire.
Tonight, she sits by a lake as the sun goes down, the sky burning orange and gold, the kind of sky that makes you stop and remember instead of scroll. On the table beside her, a pair of reading glasses, an unopened letter with handwriting she hasn't seen in decades, and a pocket watch frozen at a time that meant something once. Behind her, in the clouds above the water, a memory rises like smoke. A young couple, foreheads touching, laughing the way people laugh when they still believe love is simple. That was her. That was him. And somewhere between that laughter and this quiet table, life happened. We grow up believing love is a feeling, a spark, a rush behind the ribs when someone's fingers brush yours. Movies show us the kiss, the sunset, the music swelling, and then the credits roll, as if that moment is the whole story. Nobody shows you the following 40 years. Nobody shows you the version of love where the butterflies are gone, replaced by something quieter and somehow heavier. Nobody tells you that one day you will look at someone you have loved for decades, or someone you lost decades ago, and feel a grief that has no name, because it isn't sadness exactly. It's the ache of time. The realization that the people we were when we first loved are gone, even if the person we loved is still here, still alive, still sleeping beside us. Growing older does not erase old love stories. It reveals what those stories were actually made of. When we are young, love feels like discovery. Every glance is a question. Every touch is new territory. We fall for people the way we fall into cold water, fast, breathless, unable to think clearly. That curly-haired boy in her memory, the denim jacket, the way his hand rested on her neck like he was afraid she might disappear, that was real. It was not a lie. But it was also incomplete. Young love is a rehearsal for a performance we don't yet understand. It teaches us how to want. It does not yet teach us how to stay. That comes later. That comes with age. Here is the truth almost nobody says out loud. Growing older doesn't make love disappear. It strips love down to what it always really was. When you are 20, love is excitement. When you are 40, love is choice. When you are 60, love is memory, loyalty, and grief, woven together so tightly you can no longer tell where one ends and the other begins. The woman at that table is not mourning a man. She may be mourning a version of herself, the girl who believed love would always feel like fireworks. Age teaches a harder, quieter lesson. Love that lasts doesn't stay loud. It goes underground. It becomes the coffee made just the way he liked it, even after he's gone. It becomes the empty side of the bed that still feels occupied. It becomes tears over an old photograph on an ordinary Tuesday, for no reason anyone else would understand. This is not the death of romance. This is romance matured into something the young heart cannot yet hold. We often mistake pain for proof that something went wrong. But there is another kind of pain, the pain of having loved so completely that its absence still echoes. If growing older didn't change how we experience old love stories, it would mean the love never truly mattered. The ache you feel looking at an old photograph, the tightness in your throat hearing an old song, the way a stranger's laugh can transport you back 30 years, that is not weakness. That is evidence. Evidence that once, you were fully alive inside a feeling. Evidence that some love stories don't end when the relationship does. They simply change form. Grief and gratitude often live in the exact same memory. The woman crying by the lake is not only in pain. Somewhere underneath that pain is a quiet, aching gratitude that she got to feel that kind of love at all. Here's something strange about time. It doesn't just pass. It edits. The fight you remember as devastating at 25 might feel small and forgivable at 50. The person who broke your heart might become, decades later, someone you think of with softness instead of bitterness. And the love that felt ordinary while you were living it might become, in memory, the most extraordinary thing that ever happened to you. Growing older gives us new eyes to look back through. We don't just remember our old love stories. We reinterpret them, again and again, based on who we've become. That's why the same memory can make you smile at 30 and weep at 60. The memory didn't change. You did. There is a particular kind of loneliness that has nothing to do with being alone. It is the loneliness of being the only one left who remembers how something felt. Perhaps he is gone. Perhaps the relationship
Remember that autumn
ended
we
long
met?
ago,
I
and
do.
both
The
people
stars were
moved
just
on
like
into
this.
separate lives.
And this fire.
Either way, she carries something no one else can fully access, a private museum of a love story that only she can walk through now. This is one of the most human experiences there is. Growing older while carrying people inside you who are no longer physically present in your life. The pocket watch on that table isn't just an old object. It's a symbol. Some love stories stop moving forward in real time, but they never stop existing. They just live somewhere else now in memory, in objects, in the quiet moments before sleep. Notice the second version of her in this image, sitting alone on a wooden dock, facing the water, back turned to the world. She isn't just watching a sunset. She is doing what so many of us do as we age, sitting quietly with our own history, trying to make peace with who we used to be. This is what growing older asks of us. Not to forget our old love stories, and not to live trapped inside them either, but to sit with them. To let them be beautiful and painful at the same time. To stop needing them to have a perfect ending in order for them to have mattered. Some love stories don't need closure. They need acceptance. If you take one thing from this story, let it be this. The fact that an old love still moves you decades later is not a sign that you are stuck. It is a sign that you loved.
Remember
with your
that
whole
autumn we
self.
met?
I do.
Most
The stars
people
were just
spend their
like
entire
this.
lives
And this
chasing
fire.
a love big enough to still ache years later. She already had it. Maybe you already have it too. Growing older doesn't ruin love stories. It reveals which ones were real. The ones that fade completely were never meant to last. But the ones that still catch in your throat, that still visit you in dreams, that still make you cry quietly at a table with a cup of tea going cold, those are the ones that shaped you. Those are the ones worth having carried. So if today you find yourself thinking of someone from long ago, a first love, a lost love, a love that simply changed shape over the years, don't rush to push the feeling away. Let it visit. Let it remind you that you once loved fully enough for it to still matter. Growing older doesn't take love away from us. It teaches us what love actually was all along. If this story reached something in you, please subscribe, because we're building a place for people who understand that love isn't just about romance. It's about memory, meaning, and the people who shaped who we became. Comment below and tell us, is there an old love story you still think about? And if you know someone who needs to hear this tonight, share this video with them.
Autumn,
Thank you
take
for
my heart
watching,
with you.
and we'll see you in the next story.